Hello everyone. Today we will start the first chapter of class 12 physics, that is electrostatics. So in electrostatics, first we will study that is how electrostatics word came. So in class 12 we will study the maximum 80% chapter under the name electromagnetism. Okay, so electromagnetism consists basically two parts. First, that is electrostatics, and second, that is electrodynamics. Okay, electrostatics. In this one, the charge is at rest, and in electrodynamics, charge is moving. Okay, so here in this one means when charge is rest, so under this banner several chapters come, that is charges, electric charge and fields, electric charge and field. Next is Gauss law, and third is capacitance. Okay, and in electrodynamics, first we will study that is electric current. Next, that is magnetism. Third, that is EMI. EMI is electromagnetic induction. Fourth is AC, that is alternating current, and base of these 7 chapters is charge. Okay, so now the question is, what is charge? The very first question is, what is charge? Okay, so first we will see the definition of charge. Charge is property developed on any material by virtue of which it can or material can experiences and produce electromagnetic force. Here, so charge is property developed on any material by virtue of which material can experience and produces electromagnetic force. Now the question is, what do you mean by this electromagnetic force? In class 11 we have already studied about it. Once again I will repeat it. So electromagnetic force is the force which is based on the electron. That means the transfer of electron. So the force which is based on transfer of electron is known as electromagnetic force. For example, if we rub two objects together, for example these two objects together, or marker with hair, dry hair, then there is some transfer of some electrons from one body to another body. Either it may be from hair to marker or from marker to hair. So if there is a transfer of electrons, so then some charge is developed on both the body. On marker, one type of charge is developed on marker and another type of charge is developed on hair. So this is known as electromagnetic force. For example, suppose we have a comb and some pieces of paper lying on table. So if you move this comb near to this pieces of paper, so you will notice that nothing will happen. Means none of the paper pieces will get attracted toward this comb. But now in second case, what we will do, we will simply rub this comb with our dry hair and move this comb toward this paper pieces. So you will notice that in that case you will notice that the paper pieces get attracted toward this comb. Now the question is why or how? So when we rub this comb with our dry hair, so some electrons moves from either from comb to hair or from hair to comb. In both the cases, some charge will develop, some one type of charge, either positive charge or negative charge developed on the comb. Suppose, let us assume some positive charge developed on that comb. Okay. Now, initially, all the objects having neutral charges. That means it has equal amount of positive as well as negative charges. Okay. That means, and they are randomly distributed. That means like this. Okay. And both the charges having equal amount. So when we move this charged comb near the paper pieces, what will happen? So all the positive charges will move at the farther end of the paper pieces and all the negative charges will move near to the comb like this. Now the question is why? Because in class 10 we have already studied that similar charges repel each other. Means these positive charges will repel the positive charge and opposite charges attract each other. That means this positive charges, this negative charges will be attracted by the positive charge. So we can say from here we can say similar charges repel each other and opposite charges attract each other. This means if we have a positive charge and again B having the same positive charges, so repulsion takes place. Repulsion. Again, if A having negative charge, again B having the same negative charge, so the same repulsion takes place. And if A having positive charge and B having negative charge, so attraction takes place. And in another case, again attraction takes place. So here you can see similar charges repel each other while opposite charges attract each other. Clear? So in class 12, our first chapter is electrostatics. Basically, electrostatics is a combination of two different words, that is electro and statics. Here, this electro word came from electron, which indicates or which means charge, and this static means rest. So charges at rest. So we can say electrostatics is a branch of physics which deals with charges at rest. Here, next is types of charge. According to Benjamin Franklin, there are basically two kinds of charges, that is positive charge and negative charge. So types of charge. First is positive charge, and second is negative charge. Okay, now as we know that every atom is made up with, every object is made up with atoms. So we'll see the basic structure of some atom. So it consists of nucleus, and inside the nucleus we have proton as well as neutron, and it has some orbits, and electron moves in these orbits. Okay, like this. So this is electron, and here it has the positive charge and neutron is neutral. So when we say this positive charge is proton, and proton consists of this positive charge, and electron consists this negative charges, and neutron is neutral. Clear? Okay, now how much charges these electron and proton consist? So one electron charge on charges on one electron is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, where coulomb is the SI unit of charge. We will discuss it later on. And charges on one proton, which is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. The difference, only the difference is it having negative charge and here it has the positive charge. So here the value is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. This value is known as the elementary charge particle. Elementary charge particle. It is denoted by small e and its charge on its value is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So if the charge is negative, so here we will put the negative charge, represent the electrons, and if you put a positive charge, it represents the proton. Clear? So coulomb itself is a bigger unit. So we'll discuss it later on. Okay. Types of charge. Next, cause of charge. Cause of charge. Okay. Cause of charge means there is a transfer of electrons from one body to the another body. For example, suppose we have two bodies A and B. A consists 3 electrons. So initially both are neutral. Body A and body B are neutral. Now suppose A consists 3 electron and 3 proton. So they will neutralize each other. Next, B consists 4 electrons and 4 protons. This side, suppose this side represents electron and this side represents the proton. So number of electron is equals to number of proton, then we can say body is neutral. Here again 3 electron, 3 proton. So can we say the body is neutral. Okay. Now if we rub these two objects together, A, B rub together, now what will happen? Some electron transfer from one body to the another body. Suppose one electron moves from body A to body B. Okay. Now if one electron transfers from this body to this body, now suppose this electron moves from this A to B. Okay. Now here you can see it has A having only 2 electrons and B having now 5 electrons. Clear? Now first we will discuss about the A, then B. So now A has only 2 electrons, but the number of protons is 3. So these 2 electrons will be neutralized by the 2 protons. Clear? Now what we have now? 1 positive charge. Clear? So that's why A becomes positively charged. Here in this case B having 5 number of electrons, but it has 4 protons only. So the 4 protons will be cancelled out by the 4 or neutralized by the 4 electrons. Now what it has? Only the 1 electron, and electron consists of the negative charge. So body B becomes negatively charged while body A becomes positively charged. Clear? So cause of charge is the movement of or transfer of electrons from one body to the another body. Clear? So why, now the question is, why only electrons, why not protons? Because protons is 1836 times heavier than the electrons. So proton never used to take part in any conduction. It is electron only who used to take part in the conduction. So that's why. So what is the cause of charge? That is movement of electron from one body to the another body. Clear? Next is unit of charge. Next is unit of charge. Okay, so SI unit of charge, SI unit of charge is coulomb. It is denoted by capital C, and CGS unit of charge is stack coulomb. Okay, and the relation between these two is 1 coulomb is equals to 3 into 10 to the power 9 stack coulomb. Okay. Next we can say charge is a scalar quantity. Charge is a scalar quantity. In next class we will discuss more about it. Third, now the dimensional formula. Dimensional formula of charge. So as we know that current is equals to charge upon time. So charge is equals to current into time. That means this Q is equals to I into T. So the dimensional formula for Q is equals to dimensional formula for current, which is same as its unit, that is ampere, capital T, and for time we have capital T. So dimensional formula for Q is A1 T1. Okay. That's it for today. In next class, we will discuss the methods of charging. Thank you.